Man, will you look at this? Is there anything much more satisfying than watching that cheese pool like that? Popeyes has mastered that. And I've mastered how to make the Popeyes mac and cheese, and I've lost most of the carbs. So if you came to see how to make a low-carb version of Popeyes mac and cheese, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you how to do it, so stick around. If you Google what fast food restaurant has the best mac and cheese, Popeyes is number one on just about every list. And once you taste this, you'll see why. It is ooey, gooey, stringy, and if you're a cheese lover, you're going to absolutely love this. I'm going to show you all the ingredients you need to make it, and it's a lot more simple than you might think. This is an epic side dish for the ages. So let me get these ingredients together, show you what you need, and let's get to cooking. Here are the ingredients we're going to need for our Popeyes ooey gooey mac and cheese. First up, we're going to need some butter. You're going to need some almond flour. You're going to need heavy cream. You're going to need some water. You're going to need some salt, some black pepper, some ground mustard. You're going to need some onion powder and some cayenne pepper. Now our cheese blend is going to be some Parmesan, some Gouda, some low moisture mozzarella. Low moisture is really important. You don't want to get the fresh kind for this because we want to make it stringy and delicious. And the last cheese you're going to need is some extra sharp cheddar. Oh, and we can't forget the star of the show. Let's go over and do the big reveal. So I'm going to measure all these out. I'm going to grate these cheeses, and I'll be right back to show you how to put it together. The first thing we need to do is get a pot of water boiling for our great low-carb bread company macaroni. This is an 8-ounce package, which is perfect for the batch that I'm making, which is going to go into an 8x8. I'll also put the instructions to use 1 pound, which will make a full casserole dish. One thing I want to mention about this macaroni, it does contain wheat. So if you have any wheat allergies or gluten allergies, this is not going to be a good choice for you. But I've got another alternative for you coming up in the video very soon. So stay tuned for that one. Now that this water is at a rapid boil like this, we'll go ahead and dump this in. We're going to cook it for 10 minutes, and then we're going to strain it. Stir it every once in a while. Make sure you subscribe right down here. Keep seeing lots more videos just like this one. We'll go ahead and preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Now while the macaroni is cooking back there, I'm going to go ahead and melt this butter in a different pot. So that butter is melting nicely. I'm going to go ahead and add in my almond flour. Turn that down to about a medium low. So you're just going to mix this up until you kind of start to smell that nutty smell. We're making a roux here basically to thicken up the cheese sauce. So once that thickens up like that and you can smell that nuttiness, I'm just going to pour in the heavy cream. We're going to whisk that up for just a few minutes. Now if you are allergic to almonds, you could also use xanthan gum in here to thicken this up as another alternative. Now when that's thickened up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add in my Parmesan cheese, the mozzarella, the Gouda, and the cheddar for our cheese sauce. I mixed all my seasonings together. I'm going to go ahead and pour those in. I'm going to take this off the stove and drain it. Now I have saved about half of this cheddar and half of this low moisture mozzarella for the topping. What I'm going to do is just stir this cheese sauce together. Leave that heat on medium low. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let that go for about 5 minutes. Oh man, look how nice that looks. So once it's been 5 minutes and it's bubbling like that, I'm just going to take my noodles that have been draining and go right in with them. And what you want to do for this recipe is make sure and mix this up until it's really well combined. And I'm going to take it over to my work area. Now I've taken an 8x8 baking pan. I'm just going to transfer this right into there. And I will put a recipe for the full casserole down at the bottom. But for us, this works really well. A lot of times I like to make 2 of them at one time. And so if you buy the disposable 8x8s, you've got one for now and one to freeze for later. Just going to make sure it's nice and even on the top there. Just kind of push those noodles down in. Then I'm going to go ahead and top it with this cheese. Now there's a lot of cheese in the sauce, but if you want more cheese than this on top, you can feel free. But trust me, it's got plenty of cheese in it. But hey, do what you like the best. I think this is going to be really nice. And we're going to go ahead and put it in that 350-degree oven. And we'll be right back. So you want to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes, just until the cheese is melted. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this just came out of the oven. Let's see how it looks. Now that's what I'm talking about when I say ooey gooey. That right there is ooey gooey. Let me get a little taste of this and see how it is. Man, I cannot wait. That is absolutely delicious. You've got to try this recipe. You're absolutely gonna love it. If you want to see more recipes like that, I'm gonna put a video right up there with some other side dish ideas that you're gonna love. Let me know when you make this. It is definitely a winner. It's in my top 5 of side dishes that I love to make. I really appreciate y'all watching my videos, sharing them, leaving me comments and thumbs ups. It really does help me a lot. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll enjoy seeing you on the next video.